What's up, everybody? Today we're here on the Asia server where we normally do the quest for wings, which is basically we're trying to get C1 in RTA. We're showing like the steps that we take, what we need to do to fix our account and this and that to try to get there. But today we're going to be talking about what the best Reapp candidates are as far as runes are. Because a lot of people ask me about this, and I was like, I was gonna just do the reapps on the account. I was like, okay, well, let me get some reapps together, and then like let's do some reapps, because we're of course trying to we want to get the best chance that we have of getting C1. But I was like, why don't I just explain and have a little visual of like why we're choosing some of these runes, and what kind of tiers different runes could possibly be, as far as like, oh, the triple S tier are the best candidates for reapps, and then the double S, and then single S, and then, but it really all depends on personally what you need, like what specific runes you're lacking, and could be possibly good candidates, like S tier candidates, double S tier candidates, etc., etc. Because I mean, a triple S tier, well, whatever. Anyway, Baker talking himself into a corner, baby, confusing people again. Baker, you're confusing. Okay, so here we have what to Reapp. Here's the basic guidelines. What to Reapp. First off, legend runes. Not rare, magic, white, none of those. Don't Reapp those. Ever. Don't do them. Purple is not terrible, but better to try for legends. We're going to do one purple today. The other ones are all legends. Just because, well, I'll explain it in a second. Another thing is Violent, Despair, Will, and Revenge are those are the best Reapp candidates, because you don't necessarily need, we're gonna Reapp some Swift though, but with Swift you kind of almost need speed, because that's what the point of Swift is. For Despair you could like have not as much speed on some. For Violent, for Will, for Revenge, like especially Will and Revenge, like half those units, like if you have good stats, like you could kind of like, you're kind of saying like, I might be taking turn 2, right? Otherwise, why would you need Will, right? So, well, I mean, you also want to put Will on things that, but you're open to the possibility that you might not be getting turn 1. So, it just offers the most flexibility in stats. Like if you get a lot of, if you get like a ton of attack and crit damage and crit rate, you're like, oh my god, these are amazing, but there's not a lot of speed. And it's a Will rune, hey, you could put it on like Katarina Belager R5. So, there's just the most flexibility as far as those are concerned. But like if you do like a Fatal or Rage, you need attack, crit rate, crit damage, and speed on it. Not always speed, but at least attack, crit, and crit damage. Whereas if you get like really good speed and HP subs, you're like, oh great, what am I gonna do with this? Where if you get it on Violent, it's just more flexible as far as what you can get. So that's why like Violent is like the primary thing to Reapp, Violent and Will, for the most part. Also, you want to look for innate subs that are not speed or optimally not grindable stats. What the fuck is an innate sub? Let me show you. Here is an innate sub. This defense plus 10, that's an innate sub. So, that's basically, right? So we have the other subs. This is, by the way, this is a legend rune, but we have the other subs. But the innate is something that cannot get, like it's always there. When you Reapp it, it's like you can't roll a flat defense. So there's just a better chance of getting the stats that you want, right? There's a better chance of getting speed, HP percentage, attack percentage, etc., etc. So you want optimally flat stats, resistance, or accuracy innate. Allow for high probability of the rune to Reapp with the stats that you want, since it can have subs with the same, you know, I just said that. Anyway, slot 2 speed is great for Reapps. Slot 4 HP or crit damage is great. Slot 6 HP or attack, or sometimes accuracy. We're going to do an accuracy. We're going to do Swift Legend slot 6 accuracy as well. But those are primarily like the best candidates for Reapps. But I mean, if you have, like I showed you, we had a slot 5. We're going to pop like 1 or 2 Reapps maybe into that. See if it rolls something good. Because I mean, it's not terrible, but we kind of want it to be better, right? Anyway. Fatal Rage Legend with crit damage slot 4 is also a very good candidate. So like, for example, this one barely has any attack subs. Like, we don't want the HP necessarily. HP percentage +7. Not, we were like, we would like it to be rollable. We would probably like to have like the flat defense +31. Like, we would probably like to have the flat defense as a innate stat, but it's not the worst candidate for a Reapp, right? Because as long as you get some attack, some crit rate, some speed, you might want to be like, okay, I'll keep this. So anyway, it's not the worst, but it's also not premium top tier. So, but if you have it though, I mean, like, kind of, it's like one tier down from top tier, because like if you throw a couple Reapps into it, you're probably going to get crit rate and attack and speed, but you might have to throw like a couple more than a Violent Rune necessarily. So, Violent Rune, for example, right? Swift slot 2, Violent Speed slot 2. If you Reapp, there's just so many opportunities for like, oh, that's usable, I'll take that. If you get attack, crit rate, crit damage, oh, that's usable, I'll take that. If you get HP and defense, oh, that's usable, I'll take that. So, it's just more likely to roll favorable with less rolls. I feel like I'm talking myself in circles now. I really hope I'm not being that confusing. I'm sorry if I am. I know how I do. Anyway, don't try to get insane rolls unless you're a guardian. See, this is one of the things. Like, I've seen people throw 30, 40, 50 Reapps, like a whole month worth of Reapps into just like one rune. They're like, oh, I didn't get a quad roll. Why did you need a quad roll? Like, and it's like they're fighter 2 players, and they're like they needed a quad roll. In their mind they needed a quad roll, but they could have used those over like so many different runes and like made a lot of different things like usable for their account, rather than just trying to get one quad roll on one rune. Like, you see people in like G1, G2, G3 maybe do that because they're like, yeah, I got a lot of other stuff that's like already fills all the different things. I got everything I need. I just need this, like, at least a triple roll for this one rune. So early game players really shouldn't be reapping. Mid game players probably shouldn't throw all their eggs into one rune basket. Try to make things usable instead of making things like crazy insane, right? So we're going to try to get as many usable runes out of our Reapps as possible. We have 25 today. But I hope that that makes sense. It probably doesn't. Let's do some Reapps. Oh god. Okay, so this one, what would we categorize this one as? It's got a crit damage, innate, but it's not 2, 4, 6. I don't love doing like some of these runes we don't have. Like, there's only one rune that I've even seen on this account that I would consider a triple S tier Reapp candidate. And that is, look at this Tyrant. This is Tyrant slot 2. So this is legendary, will with a crit damage percentage innate. It's not bad enough that I want to Reapp that though. I mean, I want to re-gem and grind it, but it's not bad. Like, it's usable like this. I don't want to like throw a bunch of Reapps into it. But this is what I would consider like more of a triple S tier. Violent or Will is like one of the best, and then it has this speed slot too, so you can almost roll like so many different options for this are gonna roll well. So anyway, that's the only thing that I really see on this account that are super good Reapp candidates, or like that are like the top tier Reapp candidates. So this would be maybe like an S tier, like not triple S, maybe not double S, because it's not 2, 4, 6, but it'd be like maybe like an S. See, this you could even argue that like you could just roll speed on here, right? So you could say maybe, ooh, it's a lot of crit rate. That's a lot of crit. I kind of just want to keep this and use it like this, and then gem the resistance into speed. I feel like I kind of want to do that, actually. Yeah, I think I'm just going to keep that. I don't want to, like, go crazy on that. This one, okay, so this one, 11 speed. It's got one roll into everything, but nothing's too crazy. Like, the defense could have been 16, the crit rate could have been 12, the speed could have been 12. Like, it's not really very exciting. It's, again, not a triple S tier Reapp candidate, but we kind of want something better than that. So what are we hoping for from this? We're hoping for with innate resistance, we're hoping for like a lot of speed, a lot of defense, and the HP percentage, right? So let's re-up this. Let's see what we get. It's a little, actually, it is a little bit better. Not very excited about it. Not like super excited about it, but could be something we like gem HP into. Not like a legendary gem though. Maybe like a blue one. I don't want to keep it. We'll re-roll that again, but let's do this. I don't love accuracy, man. I mean, it's got just such low. Attack could be 8, HP could be 16, speed could be 6. Accuracy, oh my god. Let's go for this one. Let's see if we get anything exciting. Ooh, it's worse. Ooh, it's worse. Let's do another one into this one. Again, not a premium Reapp candidate. See, this one at least makes more sense. We would gem maybe like a blue gem into of like attack percentage into attack, and then maybe use it on like a Theomars or something like that. Not again, not great, but it's it makes a little bit more sense like this, and we didn't like blow a whole ton of reapps. So let's do this. The only thing going for this is the crit rate now. So we want speed, crit rate, and attack. That's basically about it. Maybe we'll take some accuracy as the 4th. We'll go again. We'll go again. Not rolling as we wanted. But like, see, here's the thing. If this was a violent rune, this would have been more exciting. This would have been like, oh, maybe we could actually use that. We could just stick some crit rate or some speed. We would do either the speed or the crit rate. We would use it for like something like a hybrid unit, right? But for here, for Fatal, we need that attack power. We need that the crit rate. So we need at least more attack power. So we really didn't roll what we wanted to roll on it. Let's go for this. So this is initially a purple rune. People are gonna gasp and dislike the video. I like to put like maybe 1 or 2 into these and see if we can get something usable. Sometimes we actually get some decent stuff out of this, but it is all RNG, so we'll see what we get. I don't love to throw a bunch into this, but usable. How great is this? This is very, look at this. This is pretty nice. This is pretty nice for this, right? And we can even do like an attack percentage into here, and then it's just a pretty nice rune for like, oh, so many things. It's a pretty nice rune for like Ajir. There's a pretty nice rune for like Ciara. There's a pretty nice rune for. We want to do the attack into the crit damage though, attack percentage, because it's just going to give us more stat value overall. But this is a purple rune, and this was like the most attractive reapps so far. So this is kind of it's a 2-4-6, but, and this is like the only real thing that I really like to do purples on, is like speed slot 2 is like, I'm totally down for doing that, because it usually like it's 1 or 2 and it's usable, right? So this we don't have an innate, so I'm scared of this. We need the speed and we don't have an innate. I don't love doing this, but as long as we got 10 speed, that's already better. We miss on that attack percentage and the crit damage though, but we need the speed here. See, we're gonna kind of blow a lot of reapps. Like, actually, I probably should have kept the first one and just gemmed the speed, because now we're just not getting any stats. We're not getting any stats we need. We could blow a lot of reapps on that one though. We could blow a lot of reapps, unfortunately. This one I don't love because it's not innate. I was gonna do that, but I don't know if I want to do that now. So let's get so we can't get attack percentage on here. We need speed on here. This is one of the problems with reapping. This is one of the problems with reapping the Swift runes, is like you need a lot of speed. If you don't get a lot of speed, you can't really. What are you gonna do with it? So we're kind of blowing a lot of reapps on things like this. Whereas, savage, man, savage. I know we dropped the speed on that, but We could use this for like a Kamoon, but I don't love that. Let's do this one. Okay. You know, we should have done this first. I don't hate this rune though, because it's got the crit rate and attack, but it's just so low stats. So low. Let's see what we can get. We'll throw another one into this. I'm hoping it goes better than this though. Yeah, we'll throw another one into this. We got 9 reapps left. Done. 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 I know the speed isn't that crazy. We could always gem a higher value of speed into there. I feel like we would gem a higher value of speed into there. Not, I mean, that's only a 1 higher value, so we would do something better than that. But yeah, this is we could definitely use that. Definitely use that. Ooh, I'm nervous to do some of these though. Oof. I just know what we need on this account. Yeah. It's the problem with doing Swifts. 31 HP. I don't know that we're necessarily going to get much better than that. I feel like that's another Kamoon rune. We're going to have, look at this. This is a Kamoon rune number 1. This is Kamoon rune number 2. This is going to be Kamoon rune number 3. I don't love reapping this though. I don't love reapping this. We'll throw another one into this, but we're kind of like, this is not even in the S tier category of reapps though. That could be like a speed Lucian kind of thing, and we would do the crit rate into where the flat HP is. But I don't love this one either. I don't love reapping this a whole lot though. I wanted to see if we can get something like maybe more usable, even if it's not like another DPS unit, another fast DPS unit, like a Stella or something like this, right? I don't love throwing a whole bunch of reapps into that though. I don't love throwing a whole bunch of reapps into some of these. This is the most exciting one that we got, I think, and then this one, or both of these. What do we have on this one again? Let's go for this. Not terrible, but I don't want to keep reapping those Swifts. No, I don't want to keep reapping those Swifts. I would rather reapp this. Yeah, I don't love this. Ultimately, you want like everything to work fantastically, but doesn't always work. You know what? This was still. I've seen worse reapps this week. These aren't actually the runes that are going on her. I stuck these runes on these 2 units so that I would remember which ones that I wanted to do. Last one. Okay, so this would be good on an Orion, right? It's not a top tier reapp. I was like, did I leave the picture on the screen? Oh my god, that would have been the most epic fail. It's not a top tier reapp, but it could be usable on an Orion. Look at all that accuracy, and then you would want to amazing. So what I would do here is I would put this. I would put not a legend, but I would put maybe like a purple HP on here. And then like a purple HP grind on where the crit damage is. And then I would put like purple and purple on those. And I would use it on Orion. So that's where I would see that I would use that. A Jader. Right? Or a monkey, water monkey. Or, I mean, you want that speed to be higher though. But this looks very attractive. This looks very attractive. This looks like a Kamoon one. This looks like a Kamoon one. Or maybe like a arena, right? This looks like a sad we need to re-app more. And then this, like maybe like a Stella for dungeons or something like that, right? Because you don't want to throw a whole bunch of re-apps into this, because it's not really premium. But, again, a Gear rune. And it's purple. And it's purple, and it's one of the more exciting ones that we got. So we did 25 re-apps, and we got some usable runes from some terrible runes. So now we just need to grind and gem and get the right stats. I don't know that I would necessarily use a lot of legendaries on these, but I feel like I would be comfortable with a lot of purples on these. This I might do some, I don't know, this is pretty good. Like if I was gonna use legendary, it's focus. You're not gonna use a lot of, like legendary violent ones are kind of like, ooh, you want to save those for the super premium ones, right? Because you need violent runes and so much stuff. But like I feel like since this is focus, I might even use legendary on this legendary grind gems, because you could afford to be like, because you're not keeping a whole ton of focus runes, right? So, or I mean, you really shouldn't be keeping a whole ton, but yeah. This looks like a nice, I mean, like a Jir would be great on Nemesis or Will offset, but focus is not bad for a Jir, right? You want those strips. Monkey. Zyros. Oh, Zyros. Yeah. I feel like. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Would you use the legendaries on this, or would you use at least purples? At least purples, though, because that's not a bad one. Some of them are duds, but some of them came out decently. I feel like this one even came out like. I'm trying to like visualize it after it's done. Resistance would be speed, and then it would the attack and the HP. Like that's. I feel like that I would use that. I feel like that's not like I wouldn't throw a whole bunch of re-apps into that to make it like you gem and grind that, make it usable. Not legends, but still. This one I wanted to roll better. Anyway, there's a few usable ones. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe you guys got something out of it. I'm sure most of you are really like, we disagree. You should always do legendary. The only triple S tier re-app candidate really on this account was this one, though. So I feel like we got some usable stuff. So anyway, like I said, that's it for this one. I don't know if you guys love it or hate it. Probably hate it. I will see you as always in the next one.